So in the old Finnish and old Scandinavian style, you make fireplace, you put the house around, you start living there, you create the family, and the fire is always burning, all through the summer.
Always.
Yeah, you always put a stick there, and there's, there is inside this oven, there is a small heap glowing and ash, and now you make sure that there is always a heap of ash over some glowing, and if these start to get little, you have to put in a stick and get that into become glowing. Ior spoke about this also one time, that many places in Finland, they kept 365 days going.
But it's the climate that makes it impossible to be without fire. So the human being is the only one who is using the fire.
Mm. You know, in the old Rome, they had this most careful part of society to care for the fire. So they had the young women, not supposed to marry, to become this temple servants, and they kept always that fire going.
Well, they gave the fire to the woman.
Yeah, they put in her temple the fire, and they put for her the wood and the oil. So there is a small oil fire there, so always a flame. You know, they have one temple for Vesta, they call her goddess, Vesta. Vesta Lin is in Rome, in Greece or something else. But this Vesta Lin had one purpose, or one job to do, which was to keep the holy fire. They call it the holy fire because it was always burning. Yeah. So every morning, all the Roman people who need the pit to fire, they go there with a stick and get the fire for their own cooking. Right. So they don't have to keep it all around. Yeah. But the holy fire had to go, otherwise they were out of it. So it's a very simple thing, and this they make holy because it's holy for all of us. That's holy.
And what are you doing in Norway?
As little as possible, in as long time as possible.
Okay.
That's pretty far. What the fuck is it standing on? But the scary thing is if that is one stone that's been broken down over. But the thing is we don't need to take so much water out because we still need some water for also roll down shit in. Fuck, it's so big. You know the country? No, the start. Look at this.
What's up at Kyöpelin quarry? For sure you need this machine here to collect some sister waste. Thinking about now seeing him, the guy who owns the excavator and the lorry, that how much he will take if I take the equipment here for the weekend.
Tomorrow we have a meeting in Helsinki, big meeting.
Yeah.
Until 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, and after that meeting many people will come here.
Yeah.
So, but if you could start earlier.
If everything goes like, no.
Some of the stuff from here.
All this shit without any water, away to the beton, but not beyond.
Yeah.
That's the only far I go with the machine so far. Before I see that rock is like shanty there. After that I can go all the way, no problem.
Great. Okay, then just leave it there. Just leave it there.
I think I will flush out. We need to pump with the other pump. Because Aki wants as much water away as possible.
Big man from Germany. Couldn't sprechen hier. Ist scheißegal, you know. So, this man is called Milo. Hi. Actually, he's Croatian but living in Germany.
Serbian, but it's okay.
Serbian, yeah, Serbian.
Not such a big difference.
You want to open Lemminkäinen temple?
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Let's start.
You just had some technical problems.
Aki said he wants as much water out as possible.
Okay, can you use your pump to get the water out?
I don't
And
think there's suction. There's no suction.
I have the same problem.
Should we remove the stone from the pallet that is sucking in water? So
Probably,
it's not
yeah.
in the mud.
Yes, I think
Alright,
so.
I get boots.
Good idea.
Also, ja, aber hier ausgerutscht.
So wait, keep the speed of the top
So now we try again.
We've been wandering now since 1987, you know.
I know every detail.
Yeah, that's very good.
I'm your soul brother in this topic.
He had two friends working in the construction business. So we asked them to ask the boss, the head of the was also owner, to come here, and he did. And he spoke to me also because I knew the georadar story.
Yeah.
And it's when we came into the last boom, we make some, you know, hippie making effort. We put together 10,000 Norwegian krone or something and make 3 booms here. And Hokolin was very nice with price, but we make effort 98 or something like this. So then we reach 15 meter inside after the angle, you know, because it's straight down. And then you have a 90-degree angle, and it continued that direction. So it's straight north first, and then it's straight west. Mountain with a 90-degree angle, more granite. So the wall is like this.
Not natural.
No, cannot be 90-degree angle and then have the ceiling and the roof, you kidding me?
Definitely
and then a wall on the other side of granite also. Come on.
That's why also there's no coincidences here.
No.
No, the things I saw.
The geologist I spoke with, one of the 3 best in Finland, he said this was weathering. Listen, if you're not out of my sight in 3 seconds, I think I'm gonna commit something.
Yeah, that's a stupid specialist always.
I was sitting there on this mountain looking down, and Jim Chestnut was sitting there. I was sitting, coming, and I was sitting down beside him, and you know, he was very yoga guy, a little bit younger, so he like this, you know, looking down there, because I can see like this for sure, for a long time, like football. And he looked down, so I could sit my way, and he saw his way, and you know. And then he said, this was 1990. You know, it's a nuclear bomb when it come out there.
Good one.
Yeah.
Trying to do something and I fell over and I couldn't get a grip anymore and I fell in both of the pumps. And so your pump crashed to the side and it went out. That's why the pump is out.
Can block, there is the small jet, the nozzle to there, which goes inside the, so that might be just, there's this small dirt coming in to here, and it goes into the, there's a very small hole.
Okay.
If it goes there, it can be causing problems. I'm gonna clean this quickly and...
Are we taking your time out there?
Not too badly. Now it's fuel. I'm just opened up
Så det fylls upp bensin i den där och
Ja.
sugs upp i den
Yeah,
sen? Ja,
yeah.
okej.
So now we made sure that fuel is going in, and now I'm just gonna try that it works.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Toin sillä.
Swearing at.
You want to smoke now?
Mikko said yeah, Mira said yeah. Mira just finished working, she wanna smoke. Mikko just finished working, wanna smoke. Understand
Mira
these
said,
people?
yeah, I smoke. This hill here is called Kiipelivori. Kiipelivori. Peli means play, Vori means mountain, and Ki is this. So it's, you play with your, here. Boom, just boom.
Boom boom.
No,
It's not boom boom,
no,
it's
no,
boom.
boom boom is different. You have to have two. You have boom and boom, but here is it boom, boom, boom.
Tästä tulee paha.
And this whole area here is called Akanpesaranta.
No niin, kaikki on vaan pelkkää plussaa.
Which is?
Aka is old woman.
Yeah.
Pesa is a nest. Bird has pesa.
Beach.
And beach is beach.
Which is Kumbastrand.
Yeah, which is same in Gumbastrand. Underneath us is a golden spiral pathway. Thousands of kilometers. And there's 3 chambers, 3 chambers, 3 chambers, more than 1 million of these 3 chambers. This is golden, and it's all covered with gold, plated gold. And inside these chambers, there's there's 2 storerooms, more than 1,000 beautiful handicrafts from a time we know nothing about. And in front of each of these doors is a golden Bock man standing with his, and every one of these rooms is a 50-year period of the human race. One era, one period. You know this Temple Mount they talk about in Israel? Now they have this golden mosque on it. We're sitting on top of the real Temple Mount, the mountain with the temple.
Now we're coming in.
This is the best way, this way.
Kato, ei saa. Se ahistaa.
Oh, there he is. Look, coming. They are unloading the bobcat. I was thinking, oh, now they get good speed on. Who is it? It's Aki. He brings So first newspaper I went in Zeebu, in Nikila. They was closed, but there was a telephone number and I couldn't understand what this lady was meaning. And then I said, okay, I go to Porvo. There I go to Östra Nyland. And they were very happy to get one book, so nice talk with them, and they will show their face here. So we can expect some people here over the weekend or the beginning of next week to make interviews with people and to look a little bit the situation. I said, oh, there's action on the mountain. Oh, what? Are you continuing?
Yeah, yeah, right there.
I say, look, we want to make the outside beautiful, so it looks nice, and maybe it gives some inspiration. So, big smile. Big smile, huh?
Great.
Is it coming one tourist place? No, we don't sell tickets. So I make this kind of story with them. Then I went to Helsinki, I went to Hufvudstadsbladet, the route newspaper, but they are on holiday. So I have to figure one way, I give to one of the guys a book and they can pass it by. And then I went to Helsinki Sanomat and Ilta Sanomat. There I dropped 2 books. Happy. Then I went to the radio station and I dropped 2 books there and they was really happy. So they come probably, she go to read the book. She said, I'll read it over the weekend and I see you on Monday, Tuesday. To see what is the situation. So it was quite successful. I have still to do Västra Nyland and Kajaani. And I want to see Borgobladet, but because I don't know if that goes via Östra Nyland or if they have their own station. I should have checked before, but I was stupid, as usual. But anyway, I can do that. Figure out on the internet if somebody can do that for me. No problem.
What day do you go?
Huh?
What day do you go?
31st.
You're going to the Scani store.
I go to the post office in Helsinki. I get one box, fit the book in, press release with it, address on top. It's just to figure it out from the internet. I post it on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday when I go. So they will get it. It's the only thing, they get it. When they get it, then they have to start to get it.
Yeah, then they start to get it.
When they read. And if they read it 3 times, then they know that they have to open Lemminkäinen temple. So it's no big problem. For me, I think it's no problem. And today we feel good about it. We most are quite comfortable with the story and all can explain something. And me and Kevin and with Kari, I think we are on one level that we are not afraid for any question. And we would present always in 3. If we do in the route 1 in English, we do in 3, or in route 1 German, but we must have 3. Because otherwise
This is so important, yes.
it's become guru story, and we have to finish the guru story. If the time, let's see what happened in our life, but everybody can get the same information today because we have the possibility to do that. So that is why we want to make the website where we take the book as the main script and we work through it, and every time we highlight one word or blue or purple or green, whatever it comes out, it refers to a video we then make with a full explanation of just that. So that's going to be many years' job, but we want to start in the autumn. We have a difficult theme and people have to get used, and we see what happened with Ior. That was his öde, but so our first responsibility was to save the story. That we wanted to save that it exists, because when we go on there is nobody to talk about it. Only in the via who
would not be enough.
They know this and they can't explain. And I think we are quite a few people who have reached a level that we can really explain according to the language. And that means we are no Guruji. We show only that the language is telling the story.
And this is convincing everybody until now, I know.
This is the whole trip. This is the matrix on which Bock Saga is built.
Great.
Yeah?
Great.
And that is the story, so we have to... So it's going to need a bit of practice for all of us, but we can come next year here also.
Yeah, we will.
And we continue to make, because Kari is here in Hell, and my friend Tappi, who write the book, he will support that Kari can come.
I met him 2 weeks ago. He was in my tent on the festival. We were talking for 3 hours.
Very good.
Yeah, good man.
I forgot.
No problem.